What's up, my friends? It's Bill from High Volume Games, and welcome back to another episode of the Extra Life Marathon. We are continuing on, uh, going for our 25 hours. Every couple of hours, we've been doing videos, so if you're new, feel free to go to the channel and watch those other videos. We still have some more coming up. Uh, but right now, we're going to play a special one. It's a debut game on the channel. We've done a couple debut. We're trying to get a couple debuts in, doing some of our favorites, having some rematch ones. But today we're going to play a special 20th anniversary edition of First Contact. First Contact Your Town for Play Games. It's actually Play Now in this new setup. This was like one of the original Play Games. Came out with a. It's been off the market for a while, but they came out with a new or a 20th anniversary in 2019. They did a 20th anniversary for Face to the Mat. They did one for second season, and then they brought back for a limited time First Contact Your Town. I've played it. I played it a bunch of times. I have to say, thank you, motorcycle guy. I have to say it is a really good game. It's very fun. Um, it tells a nice story, and that's the thing. It says it's like playing through your favorite B movie. And at first, I was like, okay, yeah. But then when I really started playing it, I was like, actually, that kind of really makes sense. It does feel like you're playing. If you think about it, it really does feel like you're in a B movie, where, you know, aliens have come into your town and you don't know who's a human, who's an alien. You're this one person and you're trying to build a posse, but again, you don't know who's who. So you have to either, uh, if you think you know that this person is real, like a human, you come up to them friendly. If not, you're going to be cautious. If you know it's an alien, you have a hostile confrontation. You then once you've now weeded out basically, by the time the clock strikes midnight, you've either weeded out every alien out of your town, or there's like a giant battle at the end, in some sort of building. So it is very fun. But we're gonna play it today because I honestly want to get it back on the table. Uh, so let's get into it here. So what you have to do is you have your cards. Now there's, like I said, there's friendly, cautious, and hostile. There's also this confrontation in a building, um, where the human attacks or the alien attacks. Um, and then so we're going to shuffle these up. What you have to do is you're going to put 25 cards on the table. That basically is like your town. Now the only real moniker to do is, one, you can't look at the back of the card because the back of the card is what tells you alien or not. So you gotta, when you're shuffling, you really gotta shuffle with the cards facing up. Um, the other thing you want to make sure that you have in your 25 cards is that you need a building of some sort. You can have many buildings, but you really need at least one, because if the alien escapes you, has been found out, he's gonna go hide in a building. So, all right, do one last little cut of the deck underneath, so I can't see what's the first card. Here we go. All right, so we start off with the delinquent kid. We got the preacher. Oh, we have another delinquent kid, so we're gonna know one of these is a human, one of these is an alien. We got the bartender. We have the gas station attendant. Now the rules kind of want you to do 5 in a row, but with my spacing here, there's gonna be a few spots here. There's a dog and a waitress. Then we're gonna go to the grocer, the farmhand. Okay, we have a gas station. So that's one of the buildings. At least there's a gas station. There's a banker, a mailman, a farmer, a grocer. So we got 2 grocers out here. That's 14. A farmhand, a teacher, a salesman, a barber, an ex-convict, a diner, a plumber. So that gives us 21. Why did I didn't do 8, 8, and 8, and then put a 9th one? The gas station attendant, the dog, the farmer, and the drifter. So that's our 25 cards spread out a little weirdly because of my, but that's okay. So now what you do is you take the deck, you flip it, and then you take like the first non-alien you see. So, because you don't want to look and see like, oh, well, this card's an alien, so that's a human. So we'll take this one. And we got the barber. Actually, that's a good start for us because you heard me say barber earlier. So we'll put the rest of these cards in the deck or back in the box. We're not using these people today. Okay. The cat meowing in the background. If you saw my earlier stream of that's pretty clever. Oscar hijacked that stream. All right, so let me just put this stuff in here. Let me pull out the directions just in case. All right, so now the good thing is, like I said, we're the barber, so we've got a strength of C and credibility of B. So strength is going to help when you're doing hostile, and then credibility is going to be when you're trying to be friendly or even cautious. So we're going to now we check this, and now the first thing you want to do is if you know that your person is in this game. So I'm the barber. If the barber just shows up at the barber shop, and you're gonna say like, I think that's an alien, and that's actually what's happened here. The barber is sitting right here, so we know he's an alien. So our first move is going to be to do a hostile confrontation against the barber because we know that he is the enemy. So we have to take this and we go to hostile confrontation versus alien. And we check the strength versus strength. So in our case, we're both C's, obviously, because he's the same as me. So we have to roll our cool glow-in-the-dark dice from a 3 to an 8. And of course, I roll a 10. So what happens is the barber is now going to go to, and I believe it's clockwise, to the nearest building. And that actually hurts because it's like the alien flees to the building. It is to the nearest. Oh, it's just the nearest building. If there's one or more buildings in the same distance, he chooses the clockwise. Okay. Well, he's 1 from the gas station. He's 2 from the diner. So he's just going to go into the gas station. He's going to go to get some Funyuns. All right, so now we have to kind of figure out what we do here. First of all, we've moved 1 hour in. So you're gonna generally go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the delinquent kid. We got 2 of them here. We're gonna have to go cautiously. So we're gonna take this first one, and it's the alien. Oh, so we now know this delinquent kid's a human. So we're cautious versus an alien. So it's our strength versus their strength. It's his is a B, ours is a C. So it's a 6 through 10. Then I rolled a 10. So the alien is done. So alien goes to the town morgue. But because I'm the only one still left, or still right in the posse right now, another hour has passed. So now what we do is we're going to go to this delinquent kid, friendly, because we know he's a human. So obviously we check he's a human. So friendly confrontation versus a human. I am a C, he is an F, so 5 through 12. And I roll a 7. It's like craps. 7! So the delinquent kid now joins our posse. So now we can make 2 moves because we have a second person. Alright, so now once again, let's go for... the farmhand's strength is too much, or it's a lot for us. Even in cautious, if we went up against the alien, we'd have to roll like a 5 through 7. Who are our people? The farmhand, the farmer. I think the dog. Dog strength-wise is the same as us. Okay, so we'll go with the barber is going to cautiously go to the dog. Which dog though? That one or that one? We'll go with this one. Then I pick the alien again. Oh. Alright, so it's a C versus C. 4 through 7. And I rolled an 8. So the dog flees, right? I'm making sure I'm playing this right. Yes. That's right. Okay. So I'm okay, but the dog has fled to the diner. So that's actually another little more difficult thing, is now we have 2 different places that have aliens hiding in it. Okay, so the delinquent kid is going to go to this dog and be friendly, because we know that it's okay. But the delinquent kid is an F. Oh, I did not plan that one very well. The delinquent kid is an F versus the dog's A. So even friendly, this is going to be a 5 through 8. And I rolled a 9. Did I roll a 9? Yeah. The 5 has an alien chip on it. Okay, so what happens? He's just unconvinced, and I can't use friendly again. That dog's like, I ain't going near you. Yes. This is the dice roll is not in. The unconvinced town person card remains where it is in the town. It just is not convinced, and we don't get help. So there we go. Yeah, I went 1 on the first move, which was against the barber. 2 on the delinquent kid. Actually, I should be at 4. Right? Because it was 1 on the barber, 2 on the delinquent kid, the first one, 3 on the delinquent kid, the second one, and then 4 on the dog. Okay. So yeah, okay. All right, so we know that the dog is not gonna be overly friendly with us. Let's try the grocer. There is a grocer here. The delinquent kid is gonna go. Yeah, if it goes against a human, that's the cautiously is the fun one because it's credibility versus strength. Like if I'm right and it's a human, I have to. It's my credibility, which in this case is the barber. If it's the alien, it's strength. But we'll go cautiously against this grocer here. And I pick the alien again. Ah. So it is strength versus strength, C versus B, which is 6 to 8. And I rolled a 6, so the grocer is down. The problem I have now is I would now have to, because I used the barber, the delinquent kid would have to convince the grocer. And again, that's just like the dog. The delinquent kid's going to go cautiously against the drifter. And the drifter is a human. So it's an F versus a D, which is 5 versus 7. 5 to 7. And we rolled a 7, so the drifter is going to join us. So that was a decent move. We killed an alien and we got a drifter. Alright, so now we're on our next move. It's 5 o'clock. The barber is going to go to the grocer. We know that's a human. He's going to go friendly. The barber is a C. The grocer is a B. 3 to 8. And I rolled a 7. There we go. The grocer has joined the group. Alright, the delinquent kid is going to go cautiously against the ex-convict. And it's a human, so it's credibility. Neither one of them have very good credibility, so it's F versus D again. No, it's F versus F, I'm sorry. So 4 to 7. And a 6. The ex-convict's going to join us. I have one question. Okay, so these guys are not part of this turn, but that's a good start for it. And the drifter. The drifter is going to go to the mailman cautiously. And it's an alien. So it's strength D versus D. Drifter versus mailman. D versus D is 4 to 7. And I rolled an 11. So the mailman's going to run away. He's going to go to the diner. And we have turn 6. Now, the good thing about turn 6 is we have 5 people now. So we're going to be able to clear this or do most of the clearing of this. The barber is going to go to the gas station attendant cautiously. But which one? We'll go with this one. And it's a human. Okay, so cautious. His credibility is a B versus a C. B versus a C is 2 to 7. And it's a 5. We got him. The gas station attendant here joins the fray. So we know this gas station attendant here is a alien. So we're going to send our strongest person. The barber is used. The gas station attendant can't play this turn because was convinced in this hour. So we're going to send the ex-convict at... they don't have to... I'm just making sure. Okay, yeah, no, I'm allowed to give thought to who goes. I wanted to make sure that I was able to choose the ex-convict and not have to use like the delinquent kid because he was second in line. And yes, no, that is how it says it in the book. So we're going to take the ex-convict to go after the gas station attendant hostilely because an A versus a C. So it's 2 to 7. No, A versus a C. Well, 5 to 11. And we rolled a 5. So this gas station attendant goes to the morgue. Now, ex-convict is done for the round. So we have B, BF, DD, and BB. So we're gonna have the grocer. No, we're gonna have the delinquent kid cautiously go to the salesman, and it's a human. So that's gonna be a little bad, but we'll see. Because it's an F versus a C, so I can only roll a 6 or a 7. And I roll a 4, so the salesman is not convinced. And the delinquent kid is out for the round. The grocer is going to go cautiously to the banker. And it's a human. So it's a B versus an A. So 5 to 7. And I roll a 9. But again, we know that, like, in this case so far, we know that the salesman, the banker, and the dog are human. So while we're not getting them to join our group, we know, because if any aliens are sitting out here, let alone though inside the places, then you lose. So at least we know that this one, and this one are human. We don't have to worry about that. We really need to work on the farmers and the farmhands, though. The problem I have is, yeah, they're strong guys. We're gonna the drifter. The drifter's gonna cautiously go to the bartender. And the bartender's human, so D versus a C. 5 to 7. And it's a 6. So the bartender joins us. So that's all right. We weeded out that 2 are not, or that 2 are not alien, and we got rid of 1, and we now have 7 in our group. All right, so we're gonna check on the preacher, and we're gonna do it with the barber. He's our captain. We're gonna go preacher, barber, cautious. And the preacher is human, so it's credibility B versus A, which is 5 to 7. We rolled an 8, darn it. But again, now we know that these 4 are not. Alright, we're gonna go gas station attendant versus this farmhand over here. And it's the human, so the credibility is C versus C, 4 to 7. And we rolled a 6, so this farmhand joins us. So we know for a fact, we can put them there. We know for a fact that this farmhand here is an alien. So our best bet is to try to take one of our A's, which are our is actually our ex-convict, and go up against the farmhand here. So ex-convict hostile versus the farmhand. A 3 to 8. And I roll a 12. Darn it. So the farmhand slinks into the gas station. Alright, so there's... Alright, we know that the dog, the banker, the salesman, and the preacher are not. So we have the teacher, waitress, plumber, and the 2 farmers left. So let's bring the bartender to talk to the teacher. Cautiously. Bartender to teacher. The teacher is not human, or is not an alien. So it's C versus B. 5 to 7. We rolled a 4. Darn it. But again, we know that that's not. So that. So it's basically the 4 here. We know one of them is definitely an alien. You just got to find out which one. Credibility wise, C, B, C, B. And we have a B, D, and an F, because if it's human. So we'll go with grocer. The grocer is going to go cautiously to the farmer. And it's the alien, so we know that this one is not. So, grocer versus farmer, strength-wise, B to an A is 6 to 8. We rolled a 9. So the farmer slinks into the diner. So there's 2 big spots here. This has not been a really great round for us, but other than recon, we know what we need. We know who's left. So this farm is an alien. So we're going to send the delinquent kid at the alien. No, I'm sorry. Wait, let's try that again. The farmer is a friendly. He's a human. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of good. We'll go drifter. Friendly. D to an A is 2 to 7. And I rolled a 7. So the farmer, that is a huge card for us because the farmer is. I actually went with the drifter. The drifter versus the farmer. The farmer is a AB, so he's going to be able to help us when we get into our battles here. So the only 2 we know we have left that we know are not aliens are the plumber and the waitress. Everybody else we know is not an alien. So let's take the delinquent kid to cautiously go to the waitress. The waitress is an alien, so it's the good thing for that was that if it was an alien, we have the much better strength advantage. If it was human, it was likely we weren't going to convince. So cautious versus an alien, B to an F is 6 to 10. I roll a 7. So there we go. The waitress is gone. All right. So the plumber is left of our people that we don't. Oh, we're done with our turn. All right. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we move our clock to 8. So see, we're fully good on time. We've got to have enough moves. It's just going to come down to, the battles at the end. But we're going to see about this plumber because we don't want to lose that way by not knowing. So anybody kind of BC that's not the. Let's throw that card. Let's throw a card away. Basically, let's use the delinquent kid because delinquent kid strength wise is fine against an alien. If he doesn't win credibility, again, all the fact is we know, and then we can use somebody later on. So he's going to cautiously approach the plumber. The plumber is a human, so it's an F to a C, and 6 to 7. And I rolled a 7, so the plumber's coming to join us. Great job, delinquent kid. Okay, so now we can, again, try to convince these others. Maybe use some of our big people. We want. I really don't need them. Well, we could, but because their strengths are all pretty bad. We're gonna take the farmer to cautiously because we can't friendly any of these people because we've unconvinced them already. We've went to all of them. They didn't really. So we're gonna come up to them and be like, "Hey, how you doing? How about those, Red Sox and all that?" Try to gain their trust. So the farmer's gonna try to convince the salesman. It's B, and make sure we'll just do this to make sure, but it's B to a C. No, it's B to a C, so 2 to 7, and it's a 5. So the salesman is now going to be part of our posse. So the teacher who, because now we're talking B's and A's as far as credibility. So who's our D, B, C, F, C, C. So we'll have the grocer try to convince the preacher. Again, we have to be cautious because of the last person screwing him over. So B to an A is 2 to 7. No, I'm sorry. B to an A is 5 to 7. We roll a 6. The preacher joins us. Join us. Join us. Okay, the barber will talk to the teacher. We know that these are not aliens, but we're gonna. So B to a B is 4 to 7, and we roll the 4. So the teacher joins. So we are going to have a huge posse, but we do have each of these buildings has multiple aliens in it. So we're going to have to work on that too. Okay, so gas station attendant is going to attempt to convince the dog. I got a meaty treat. Come on. So C versus an A is a 6 or a 7. And we roll the 6. Okay, the farmhand is going to go to our last person, the banker. And is there a rule that says that only one can... Like, if the human is not convinced... Okay, it doesn't... There's no rule that says you can't... like these guys can't keep coming to the banker and be like, "Hey, man, join us." All right, so C versus an A. Again, cautious. 6 to a 7. We rolled an 11, so he's not convinced. I almost wonder, should we even start trying to attack? Because we have a couple people now. If we fail, those guys are dead. I just want to see. I'm just looking at the And the alien flees into a building. Okay. I just wanted to look up one thing. Here we go. So, okay, so ex-convict, F to an A, cautious, which is a 4. I roll an 11. The bartender, to the banker, 9, which is a C to an A, no. And the drifter, D to an A, which is a 4 to a 5, does not. So we move another hour. We wasted a lot of time there. But I think the answer is we just don't even worry about the banker. He doesn't have to be part of our squad. We just need to take down these aliens. We've got 2 in the gas station, and we got 3, I think, in the diner. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna attack these buildings. We gotta make a little plan here. We see A, C, 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 C. I sound like the guy from the movie Summer School. C, C. He's just answering everything with C. Okay. So the sun is down. We're not going to go for the banker because we could always, if say we lose like 4 or 5 guys, we could always go back to the banker and go like, hey, we need you. You're going to be the guy to save us. But right now we're going to confrontate in the building. And we're going to start with the drifter going to the gas station. Now the first alien in there is the barber. So it is a human attacking in the building. So it's a D to a C, which is a 6 or a 7. And it's a 7. The barber is gone. So the drifter's going to wait out his turn. Now we got the preacher. He's a C going up against the farmhand. That's a little scary. You might honestly want to wait on the farmhand and go to the diner. The preacher's going to go to the diner, take on the dog. So C to a C is 4, 5, or 7. And it is a 7. So the dog goes down to the preacher. But remember, it's not a dog, it's an alien. Alright, so we still have the farmhand A versus and the mailman here. The teacher is gonna go up against the mailman in the diner. The teacher is a C, the mailman is a D. That's a 5 to a 7. Unfortunately, it's a 10. That means the teacher is gone. Yes, humans are also destroyed in hostile competition, either by another human in town or by an alien in a building. So the alien remains in the building, but the teacher, unfortunately, is now going to the town morgue. All right, so we got the barber. Barber's going to go to the diner. C versus D. I rolled a 9, which is not the case. The barber is going to go down. Barber to the morgue. The dog is going to go up against the mailman. That's just fitting, right? The dog versus the mailman. Come on. C versus D. Again, 5 to 7. And it's a 5. The dog takes out the mailman. I love it. I love it. All right, so this is the battle though. We have the farmer and the farmhand. Both are A strength, so that's all that's left. We have some A's in here, but we're gonna again use the C's and the B's first, hoping we'll get some lucky rolls. But we know that we still will have the drifter and the preacher and the dog for next round. The gas station attendant is gonna go to the gas station. C versus an A is a 5 to a 6. And it's a 9. No. The bartender is going to go against the farmer. C versus an A, 5 to 6. It's a 7. No. The delinquent kid is going to go up against the farmhand. B to an A, 6 to 7. And it's a 6. The delinquent kid takes out the farmhand. So the gas station is now empty. Only alien left in town is the farmer. Now we, in this turn, still have the plumber, salesman, farmer, farmhand, ex-convict, and grocer. So we're okay. We're assaulting this place. B to an A. B to an A is 6 to 7. It's a 5. Oh no, the plumber down. Salesman, B to an A. It's a 3. No. Grocer, B to an A. This assault on the diner is not going well for the humans, but now it's A to an A. A 4, 5 to 7 for the farmer. It's a 3. Really? No. Farmhand. A to an A. Is he gonna do this for his boss that just died? He is 5. The farmhand takes out the alien farmer, and that is it, my friends. We are officially done. The aliens are gone. Now there is a scoring option, but I don't. Add the total number of aliens in the game. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If the aliens outnumbered the humans, score 5 points for every extra alien. That was not the case. So subtract for every human in the game. So, well, we can do that math. That's 25 minus the 9 minus these 2. So there was 14 to 9. So we lose 25 points. Go to the town morgue and total up the number of destroyed humans and aliens. So there was 9 aliens that went down. There were 8 humans, so we get 10 points from that. So we're at minus 15. Adjust the score based on the ability of the townsperson whose cards you chose to start the game. Okay. So I subtract 5 points because I had the... So we have to check. I had the barber who started the game. Oh, he's a C and a B, so we'll subtract 5 points to that. So we're still at negative 20. And that's it. So, yeah, not a good score. But, hey, You know what the deal is? We did it. This sleepy little town is still around to play again later on. All right, my friends, that was actually really fun. Like I really enjoyed the heck out of that. Again, this was the 20th, sorry, the 20th anniversary edition of First Contact Your Town. I know at one point there was rumblings that this could become uh, an actual title. Um, I think with History Maker Hoops and Dodgeball eventually down the road and a few other things coming up, it's probably on the back burner. But who knows? You know, let let Play know. Did you enjoy this? Because I sure as heck did. I honestly really had fun with that. Oh my! All right, so thank you for everyone who's watched. Again, thank you to everyone who's watched every video we've had so far. Uh, And thank you to those who have donated to Extra Life. Remember, we're raising money for Boston Children's Hospital, Children's Miracle Network. Link's going to be in the description below. And we'll talk to you next time. So, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye now.